Let's talk about Italy. You have been meeting some clients in these days of the agencies or whatever. What's your idea about the Italian industry of communication in comparison with the international scenario?
Well, yes, speaking to the clients this morning, it was, very engaging. And in Italy, you have some of the best minds here in execution. You have some of the best clients here as well. And one or two of the clients were talking about they need to be braver. And I so agree with them. Now, this didn't come from us as an agency. It came from them. And it's a wonderful thing to hear. And so we started, talking about how do you get there, to take those little risks, or maybe there's no risk at all. You're just being brave with and being open-minded and get into those ideas. So during my travels around the world and coming here, I love Italy, love seeing the work here, love working with our colleagues here, Giuseppe and Giorino. And the thing is, we were just having a discussion, and we were saying that it doesn't take much really, because you have all the craftsmen here, the best film directors, artists, designers, writers, script writers, comedy writers. You do very funny talk shows here, by the way.
Hopefully.
I didn't understand a word, but I was laughing. And you can deploy all those craftsmen and all those skills. But what we need more here,
exactly. This was the next question.
Is an idea.
Okay.
Is the idea. An idea is king. In fact, it's come back from exile. And today you need that more than ever because of social media. You need two things very clearly. The industry has changed quite a bit in this past few years. When I say a bit, I mean in the English sense, not American sense. In other words, a lot.
A lot, exactly.
And you need storytelling. Ironic. But you need storytelling and you need ideas.
Okay.
So let's talk about ideas. Now, in every great piece of communication, there is an idea in there. And someone once asked me to describe an idea, and I couldn't. But over the past few years, I've been thinking, what's an idea? And in itself, that is like wrestling with a jellyfish to find a description for that. And it dawned on me one day, and I thought I had an idea. And the idea was that I think if you can use the analogy of a Trojan horse to get into the audience's defenses,
Yes.
and in that moment elicit a response from the audience, be it laughter or crying or feeling despairingly sad or feeling learned or feeling charmed. Those are the emotions.
Exactly.
But the Trojan horse has got to get into the audience's defenses. Because remember, in advertising or in communication, you are, an interruption in people's lives. They may like you, they may not like you, but generally I think it's more the latter. Because you're interrupting their lives. So you've got to sugarcoat the pill. You've got to sugarcoat the medicine. And how do you do that? You've got to put a Trojan horse right in there.
Through the emotions.
Through emotions.
So the power of creativity is also the power of using creativity to raise emotions. Is that right?
Well, I think the emotion comes after that, but it's the power of the idea that elicits the response from an audience emotion. So the audience, in other words, will feel connected if it's laughing with you. Or is crying with you, as we've shown, this morning.
And it is shown in many successful campaigns for Dove, for example.
Yes, for Dove.
Touched really very
Thank you.
good emotions in the audience. That
Yes. And for Phillips,
yes,
which is breathless choir, I think that is using the emotion of charm and empathy.
Yeah.
And you do feel sorry for the heroine who's suffering from a disease of breathing.
Sure.
And then she has this journey of being trained, which is the mentor. He's like the Jedi, isn't he, in Star Wars? And he comes and trains her. And she goes on a journey of training her voice. And she becomes better and better until one day she performs in Carnegie Hall, you know, to a great applause.
So, what the Italian communication industry lacks is idea. An idea.
I think so. I think it doesn't lack any craftsmen. I think you have one of the best craftsmen in the world here. You guys do wonderful cars, fashion, food, one of my favorites. And you do incredible sculptures, Bernini, Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, you know, all the greats, the Renaissance painters, those craftsmen.
They had a lot of ideas.
Well, they had ideas. They had ideas. Some have no ideas, but most had ideas. Ferrari is an idea. The Lamborghini is an idea.
Fashion.
No, the food is an idea in itself, you know. Food is the new religion.
Yes, it's true.
And TV is the new religion. Talk shows. But I think in the end, you do need to plant that very quick Trojan horse to get into the defenses. Another way of looking at what's an idea is it's like a hieroglyph. Like a hieroglyph. You know, so that when you are in touch with it, when you read it, it sends messages to you and elicit a response. But what you cannot do, ever, is to bore the audience. And David Ogilvy has taught us that.
For sure.
The consumer is not a moron, he's your wife.
Exactly.
She's your wife.
Yes, remember this.
That's right.
The last very question regarding the Italian office. How did you find it? It has changed in these last years. How are you satisfied with them?
Well, we practice what we call
listen.
Yeah, there's listening. Yes, we practice what we call divine discontent.
Oh, yes, I've heard.
So we're never happy. We're just miserable bastards. No, but you know, on a more serious note, you know, we are divinely discontented. In other words, we are as happy as our last piece of work. And we keep chasing great work. And they've done wonderful work for Wind. Huh?
Yes.
Great storytelling, brilliant. It's picked up the Grand Prix here in Italy. Yeah. And you know, we were discussing it the other day, and he said, right, you know, let's set our sights higher. Let's get outside of Italy and start influencing, you know, the audiences out there, you know, with better work, greater work. And this is just the start of a journey. The potential is here. The hunger is here. The ambition is here. You know, Giuseppe very much wants to do it with his team. Huh? Giorino wants to do it. They're hungry. And they spark. When you talk to them, there is a creative spark. And that's what's most important.
So now it's up to the clients to allow them express
yes.
more efficiently. No?
Yes, Salvatore. I think the clients are expecting a lot out of us. We do have their support. And it's just bringing them along for the journey. Yeah. With a bit of courage, I think we can get there, we hope.
Grazie per questa bella, lunga ma bella intervista. Speriamo di incontrare presto di nuovo Tham Khai Meng in Italia o a Cannes al prossimo festival. Per ADV Express è tutto, Salvatore Sagone.